You go from normally one game every 7 days to 3 games in 7 days. How does that change from your philosophy as far as coaching is concerned?
Well, tonight was super important that we got like kind of a recovery session, but yeah, we wanted to get our legs moving and make sure we're prepared for tomorrow morning and have a good shoot around and then get ready for the game. But so it's all kind of just planning in. We got great training staff and they've given us some great advice, so we just kind of followed it and made sure everybody was out there and the guys looked sharp and focused.
As a player and now as a coach, you know these when you have these games in a row like this, sometimes rest and nutrition is more important than the conditioning of what's going on.
Yeah, it can be at times. It's just your mindset. Like if you're worried about rest, and if I'm ready to play, or if I've eaten enough, I don't know if that's the best thing. But at the end of the day, you just come to the rink, you're ready to play. They've got the guys done this for years and years, especially in the summertime. So they'll be ready to play. They understand what's on the line.
I know your mindset's always in the moment of the game where your feet are. At the same time, you're now in the final third of your season. Do you change your mindset or how you prepare for things heading to the final six of the season?
No, like the mantra is don't change based on the situation. Don't change who you are based on where you're at in the season. So we're just going to keep trying to get better and just learning lessons as the season goes along. And we got our hands full with Toronto. They're a very, very good lacrosse club, and that's our full-on focus. Is nothing about the back end, or it's nothing about the standings. It's nothing about last weekend. For all that matter, it's all about Toronto.
I know you like setting up for home games as well. The fans are important, and I know that the home record's important for you as well.
Yeah, we want to make it a tough place to play, like pretty much everybody in the league. But our fans have come out really well. The last couple of weeks, we had some really good games at home, and we've got a good crowd coming tomorrow night. So we're hoping to do the same thing, and we don't want to let them down. We learned that lesson, and we're moving by it, and we're looking forward to a real tough game.
Jesse, normally you play one game every 7 days. This is now 3 games in 7 days. How does the mindset change when you're hitting them hot and heavy like this?
I think you just have to take it a game at a time, and then within that game, take it 5 minutes at a time. It's kind of been our MO this whole entire year. I think we're really starting to come into that, really just focusing on the task at hand. So going into this game, obviously it's our third in 7 days, so just trying to keep the body healthy at this point, and then competing in those first 5 minutes to start.
Every time someone talks about athletes, they talk about conditioning and that kind of thing, and this is where this kind of comes in, but at the same time, rest is so important here as well. Is it rest and nutrition?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think there's some sacrifice that goes into it with these weeks. Like when I got home, like there's some things that maybe I wanted to do after a day of work, go training, and then maybe you want to stay up a little later, whatever you're doing, reading or whatever it might be. But getting to bed a little bit earlier is that kind of part of that sacrifice, and getting that rest in that you need, and then obviously eating properly is a huge thing. We're lucky enough here where a few weeks back we had a nutritionist on a call who kind of gave us a really good baseline for us to stick to, so it's been really helpful for a lot of guys.
You look at the final 6 games, or there's the final 6 games now of the season. Do you treat it that way? Do you get yourself ramped for playoffs, or do you just stay in the moment?
Yeah, I think as far as I've played with Curt and with Slip, we kind of like to break it up into thirds, the 6 games in the middle, and then 6 games at the end. 6 games at the start is kind of where you begin to find that identity. The middle is that gritty time where it's it's not make or break quite at that point, but those are big games to win. And for us, I think we went 5-1 in those 6 games, so that's really really important. And then towards this last 6 games, it's kind of all about how you finish a season. You want to finish obviously strong. You want to finish like in a groove. So I think that's kind of like where our head's at.